in the area, but Miracle, he's hitting the levels.
Yeah.
And he's hitting a good enough timing with those early items.
It's not on Gabby's level, of course, because Gabby's had to, he's been like, stacking constantly. He had this super good matchup versus the Underlord, but still not too bad for Miracle. This is where TNC, though, this is still great positioning for them. Like we said, they have to keep this map and keep this game very aggressive.
On the hunt here for Tims. Scan out from Liquid will confirm that Tims is still around as Tims
starts his TP.
And he's going to hide in the trees. Kuro.
A little bit of a stare down.
He's not going to look for him. So Tims will be hiding. I guess they almost only saw his TP start. He's going to jump out.
He's got one more leap. They're still stalking him.
That's the setup. See if, no, Weehar's already left. So it's just the two of them playing around with Tims. They'll slowly kill him.
They're going to find him.
They know he's in there.
Oh.
I mean, surely they know he's in there. They saw him lead this way.
Oh, let's look in the mid lane. Well,
it's a lot of time wasted. Yeah, back to hitting the creeps, Miracle. Yeah, mid lane tower just finally get pushed down by Weehar. And Tims will live.
That's some space right there for sure.
Yeah.
And now you can still position him for some arrows too. Position himself, but his leap is now back online too. So he can actually start doing something and have an impact on the map as well.
Oh, he's looking for an arrow, but that's a creep wave coming in.
He'll take it. 37 gold.
Hey, it's, you know, it's accidental steal of the CS from Cuckoo's like, oh, was that me? Sorry, Cuckoo.
Support Miranas, right? They're like, yeah, I didn't mean to hit the
I
screen.
didn't mean to,
I swear.
I didn't mean to take that CS.
Oops, took another range creep.
Just trying to hit the carry.
Kuroki setting up deep vision. This is the protection ward. This ward that Kuroki sets up here is the one where it's like, they're going to set up for smokes or moonlight shadows from behind the tier 2 to try to kill Miracle, and this is where we'll try to spot it out. And it's an unexpected ward this early on, so it's a nice one that he is able to put down, that TNC is not going to be aware of at all.
I'm not saying that again. That's all 4 bounty wins going TNC's way once more.
Yeah.
They're making a lot of money from these bounties. Keeping themselves with this 2K gold lead, TNC.
It really is up to Weeha to be the one to just like run around with his team to look to set up for those bounty wins, because Underlord and Anti-Mage, these heroes, they're not online. They're going to take such a long time to be able to really do any kind of impact in that fashion. As Mind Control, he's got his like phase boots and stuff finished up, but it's going to be tough for him to really make moves around the map, as that's not really what an Underlord does. He kind of just parks himself in front of a lane until he has more points in that pit.
Yeah, Miracle having to be a little bit careful on that bottom lane as the ghost push comes in from Armel, Kuro.
They're pushing two lanes at the same time right now with this siege creep.
This is the speed and pace that he wanted to see.
Yep.
It's coming out from them this time, TNC.
Yeah, they're playing versus an anti-mage draft. All you want to do is just keep the fight, close the map, restrict the map, and keep the aggression going. But Weeha, he's also doing something sneaky. Look at that mid lane. He actually gets a full edict inside the tree line there. Chunks the tower down 1,200 health. So they're getting a little bit of a trade, at least for themselves. But TNC pressuring 2 lanes like we were saying.
Won't quite find the tier 1 bottom, but they do get the tier 1 top. Gabby's farm continue to skyrocket ahead of any other core on the map right now.
And we see the item that's immediately queued up by him. Hood into first item Lotus Orb. He knows he needs to just address the Soul Catcher. Also very good for his teammates too. But mainly for himself as he switches first now. He will buy the medallion. I think the medallion also has its great merits. You can just look to pressure and close the map up and then go to Roche. Gives you that Roche always as well with the goo.
They'll finish that tower down bottom. And you know, as soon as Gabby took the tier 1 top, he moves himself to the bottom lane. He says, you know, we can start being really aggressive with this power that he's built up. He's level 11. He knows there's not really much that Liquid can do to touch him right now.
There's going to be a lot of dodging around the map from Liquid for quite a while in this game.
I'll try the setup on mid. Kuro. He's going to be able to find it. We are. Stun timing's hit with ease. Tims is found. GH wants to actually finish off that kill. Kuro up to the high ground. He's going to spot out Cuckoo. And this is not a fight that Liquid want to try and take, especially with Gabby around. Demonic Purge from Kuroki will come out to hold the Bristleback back. Make sure that Kuro has the space to escape.
This is the trio, like we said, Liquid. They're gonna run around as 3, look to make kills. The other 2, they're just gonna, look, Mind Control is pretty much just gonna be pushing out lanes for the majority of this one. And Miracle's just trying to soak the space to get this battlefield at decent timing. So TNC, they gotta keep this pressure going. They have to keep looking to make these moves onto the side of Liquid. And they will. They do not want to slow down at all in this game.
The next target's almost certainly going to be the middle. Getting ready to push round Gabby once more, level 12. Gabby continues to farm up those stacks, those jungle camps to keep himself so far ahead. Same importance to be Noted the way of Armel, looking at that exorcism. He's got it ready to push with once more. Gabby is by his side.
Has anyone actually queued up the Atos? It looks like just Jules is going to be the choice here for both Tims as well as Armel. So no Atos to go for that like extra catch. Of course, it's pretty easy. Just click Counterspell for an anti-mage, but going to be a little bit limited on their disables, but they still will have those silences if they can find the AM in the side.
Yeah, I mean, no, that's very true, yeah. Rod against AM is... I feel like it's good against bad AMs, right?
Yeah.
Against good AMs, the chance that projectile's hitting him without pressing E is pretty slim. Unless you're able to sort of get it through a tree line or get it from out of the AM's vision. Yules being that instant setup could certainly be what allows the DP to get on top of him with the silence.
Yeah, or just the arrow connecting in, or yeah.
A lot of ways to time it. The TNC's very, very strong with the execution, as we've seen many times. So inside the jungle, Gabby starting to poke. Liquid's going to have a little bit of a look towards him. Moonlight Shadow will be used to try and get him out, but the sentry's down. They've got the vision. AU's going to head over, provide some of the backup that's going to allow him to turn. In fact, with Kuka as well, Mind Control's in trouble. They're straight on top of the Underlord. Armel kept just alive in time by that false promise as he falls so low. But AU there, able to save kind of both of his cores, giving the backup required for Gabby to go in, as well as allowing Armel to pop off on the high ground. Excellent Oracle play.
35 HP. He was one hit from dying there.
He had both of them. He had his eyes everywhere. He was making sure that nobody gets ignored on his team.
Well, he's a platinum tier Oracle, right? He's got level like 20 Oracle.
He's saving everyone.
This guy plays his Oracle. And yeah, perfectly set up there to get that defense, and now they'll transition into another town. We're going to see map being constricted. That's the style that TNC wants to play in the same. Keep running at Liquid as we see. They do not have damage for that Bristleback.
Wow.
Even when they had him isolated for quite a few seconds with that Soul Catcher, he still was able to be just fine.
See what we are. See if he's got the damage to kill Tims in time. The jump out, we'll say no that he doesn't, and Tims tries to turn, does miss the arrow. Might not matter, and certainly doesn't if Kuka's willing to expend the Ravage like that. Pops it down straight away, and Weeha was taken down for his attempts. Hello, everybody. Hope you're enjoying the stream. We love you. Back to the game, please. Thank you. Thank you.
Great setup there. I think using Ravage in this type of game, with the slow pace that it is, just kill a core, right? Just Ravage a core. It's going to be worth it most of the time. Miracle is starting to get close to that Battle Fury, about 740 gold away from it. So they haven't been able to find him, at least. That's the good thing. Yep. The silver lining there for Liquid, but look at the rest. 6k gold advantage, all of find him, at least. That's the good thing. Yep. The silver lining there for Liquid, but look at the rest. 6k gold advantage, all of TNC looking really, really comfortable with the game, how it's been going so far, and they're going to keep putting the pressure on. Even without Ravage, they will look to keep running at the side of Liquid as they... Exorcism's about to be up in about 30 seconds. Smoke's already being prepped.
Let's see what they can do. This is excellent timing really across the board from TNC. I don't think they could have hoped for a better start to this.
Yeah, it looks...
They're doing everything they needed to. They're making all the moves that are required. It's sort of on Liquid now to slow this all down. They find the catch inside of the jungle. Liquid leading towards Tims. They missed the combo though, and Tims is able to jump away a couple of times. Moonlight Shadow's out. He's going to try and do his best to keep him safe as he's out of vision, he's out of sight. Tims is out of the way. AU will get left behind for his attempt there to save Tims, but Tims will be eternally grateful. Great play there, but he purging off the dust, making sure he could get out with that invis.
That was really interesting too. He got the leap like mid-Underlord animation. He was actually rooted after the leap.
That can happen.
That was actually pretty cool.
A similar sub-mechanic, right, as the Sand King Burrow strike.
Yep.
Once you've got that movement going, you're still in the area, so you can still be caught out by stuns and such, but your body will be propelled to safety.
Yep. That keeps him alive, and they're going to keep looking to constrict that map. You see that Lotus Orb, that big item that Gabby wants in this game is now picked up. So Soul Catcher, not going to be as much of an issue for himself, at least. And it looks like ultis are pretty much at the ready. You can see they're waiting for at least that Death Prophet ulti to come back online before they put too much pressure. And we see Liquid. If you look at their wards in the map, that's how they want to play. They're just like, all right, we're not, like, the river is not, don't cross the river. Miracle, you can blink past the river and maybe farm the jungle, but for the time being, crossing the river is a bit of a fearsome one. Weeha wants to poke here. He may be trying to get some damage here on this bottom tower. And it looks like they're TNC. They're just gonna push the Rosh instead of looking for another tower. Tier 2s are too far.
There's no. I think even if Liquid know that this is going on,
they cannot fight this.
They're not going over here anytime soon.
No,
This is
pretty crazy of them to try to take this fight versus TNC.
This is a free roast, free ages for TNC without a doubt.
Weeha's taking good advantage of this though. They've identified they're doing Roche. He's trying to get as much structural damage as possible. They're going to glyph the wave though, ensuring that he cannot actually push much further.
And they poke up for a little bit of action, see if they can find GH Gabby. Oh, he's going to be able to get the snot on him.
But the leaps
will allow GH to prance himself to safety.
TNC not even... Okay, they don't have wards, that's why. I was like, they're not actually putting any deep vision down to watch where the anti-mage is jungling right now. They've actually only placed river wards as well, but we see from this control that they've been able to have 6-6, but they've been very well at moving around the map.
All right, timing set up there, perfect for Tims, but the disruption comes out from Kuro. We are safe, and maybe even allow for a bit of a turnaround as AU. He's had a fantastic game so far, but getting caught massively out of position there on the front lines and between the members of Liquid. That's going to be a dead Oracle for 20 seconds.
And mind control, again, as we say, they try to take any types of opportunities where they can cross past that river and force the waves as far as possible from their base. So TNC has a harder time to make the move.
Arrow on arrow action here. GH is just going to be the one that connects.
And look how long it lasts. Armel is now unstunned.
That's a long, long time. That wasn't even the max stun, right?
It was not.
Gotta watch out for those Rubik arrows buffed up by the old arcane supremacy.
Yeah, you know, just a nice 9-second arrow or something could come out.
Is that the maps?
No, it's less than that. But
do the maps. Okay. It's less than that.
It's like 7.5.
36% of 5 on top of 5.
Yeah, like 7.
7. Yeah, what's it? 7.
We'll round up.
Just to simplify it for the viewers, you know.
Miracle, he's spotted. They're actually hunting for him this time here. They have both heroes with the Yule Scepters possessed around here.
Oh, mid lane, what's going on? Oh, nope. So a bit of a cancel the TP there, I believe. Like Abby. See if we can find this up top there. They're trying this out. Miracle, he's over to the camp. They do ping it. They know that he's gone for the greed.
They get the
he's jumped up it. A little far away. Can they get on top of him? An arrow does fly through.
I think that was
actually GH's anyway, so was just being flown through defensively in case anyone was trying to get on top of Miracle. But hey, they achieved what they wanted. Push him away, push onto the tower. Same time though, Liquid, they're getting objectives themselves. So you've got to watch out and be aware of this. Lesh is pushing powers. Takes that tier 2 with the help of mind control. They're actually pushing up towards the base on the bottom lane. So for as fast as TNC's playing, they're actually getting a lot of pressure brought back their way by this Leshrac.
Yeah, pretty much like perfect moves we see by Liquid, at least in response to that. They see 3-4 heroes set up top. They're like, hey, we have opportunities to go for like the Ratto, to go for the split push that they need to do it so they can keep getting this farm. And Mind Control pretty much has Solar Crest finished up, so buffing up the AM. It's all about the anti-mage that they're going to be looking to throw everything onto Miracle. And now Miracle, we mentioned some things could be problematic for him. You know, the silence in particular. He almost has the Manta done. Have to be concerned here for TNC. This AM is getting online.
With that Manta, Miracle, I mean, he only sort of dies if he makes mistakes. We have seen Miracle make some mistakes this TI, so, you know, don't write that off. It may still happen, but as you say, once he has the Manta, it should be a pretty free map for the AM to jump around and keep the farm up high. Obviously, there's still that danger of the pushes coming in and the AM being forced to retaliate to the aggression of TNC, but for the most part, if the game stays at a state where WeHa is able to push out these lanes and shove them out as far as he can to make sure that TNC cannot get this 5-man push together down a lane, space is going to be there for AM to jump around the map very safely.
Exactly. I mean, that's literally what they've been doing for the last, like, pretty much the whole game, right? Just mind control in one lane, WeHa in the other one, push it out as far as possible so TNC cannot group up and go for their game-ending play, which we could see them start to set up for here. BKB is finished for Armel. They do want to start really pressing that advantage, try to get these tier 2s, because Liquid, they're getting away with a lot here in this game.
This should be, with the numbers that they have, a very quick kill onto Mind Control. They'll even blow the Ravage for this one. Mind Control found. Arrows out to Kuro in the jungle as they'll get both of the pickoffs. Instant TP's up top and the jump forward. Tims, he's got the setup for another. Yule's up onto WeHa, who turn with the Yule's onto the Tide, but AU's ready to chase, so's Tims. They'll try and purge up Tims to try and get that root. He won't be able to quite get on top of WeHa. Arrow's actually going to miss WeHa with the cheeky sidestep, but TNC, they've got the numbers. 4 of them are up. Another Yules throws him up. WeHa is surrounded, and they will deal with the push. That threat, that pressure we talked about, both the Underlord and the Leshrac, they're now out of the game.
Yep, and now they're just looking to push down the lanes as much. But Gabby was also chasing Miracle around, actually gooing him, and just keep chasing him when he was trying to cut the creep waves. So this is that timing. TNC, they have to make a lot happen. They cannot allow Anti-Mage to keep up this split push.
Anti-Mage Miracle, he is getting close, I'd say, to sort of being able to have a bit of a look into the fights, right? Especially once he has the Scardy, at least a component of it. He's going to have good stats to fight with at this stage. Aegis will now expire, but they'll keep the push going, and a tier 2 tower in the mid will fall. TNC take another objective and hold on to that 4K lead.
Miracle is farming under vision here. And they actually try to get the setup. Tim's really trying to get some Yules into Arrow setup, but unable to. Miracle, he's gonna pass that #1 net worth pretty soon.
He is, and he's, at this point where there's one tier 2 left to be taken, there's no longer sort of that free money on the map for the push lineup like TNC. The high ground push, that's going to be sort of the next level of difficulty for them. So no longer can they rely on those objectives to keep themselves sort of an item ahead across the cores. The map's going to be open. AM's going to get that farm. Bottom lane, setup's there. They'll catch out Tims. Miracle gets himself involved. In fact, he's the one to get the last touch. Level 18 on Miracle, and he has the money for the first ulti orb into that Scardy.
Pretty traditional smoke that we see there, right? The smoke from your base to your carry. We see teams do that so often, just trying to set up in case maybe Miracle's going to get ganked or something like that. They make sure to sweep the area, and now they can even keep continuing to transition this into a push. Weeha, threatening always, and TNC has to respond.
Do have all the ingredients for a good defense. Cuckoo's Ravage back up in less than 10.
Gabby's just running through into all 5 heroes. He has no fear right now.
And they're having to get away from him as well. Liquid don't want to try and deal with this Bristleback just yet. At least when Liquid are being unnecessarily offensive. They know that they don't need to try and force it. They've just got to try and make sure the TNC are the ones on the defensive.
They've got to dance around him, right? Pretty much in the fights as well. They're just going to have to dance around the Bristleback for a while because they don't have great solutions if he's not completely isolated. If he's completely isolated, sure, they can look for something, but...
Jason setups here. Well, for Tims, timing's going to be off from Weeha, and that's going to allow the chance for Tims to get out with the Moonlight. He'll sneak off in the shadows, and Liquid won't find the kill.
Gabby, look at him. He's really trying to get aggressive. They want to catch something here. He has a DD. They get the silence. There's so much physical damage that's coming in.
Underlord just gets absolutely shredded.
400 damage right now with this DD rune. The waves, though, look at Liquid. There's no creeps here, TNC.
Bottom lane, top lane, I should say the mid lane. Even with no heroes in at the moment, Liquid had already had the momentum covered before that Underlord was chased down. TNC, the pushing is getting a lot harder for them as Liquid are more than able to make sure the creeps are never in position for TNC to take their tempo to the next pace.
Weeha, they want to go for blood here. As they know, Liquid's getting too much time to farm on the map. They really want to catch Weeha, but that's a boots of travel with a 15 movement speed talent, 30 movement speed talent. Well, no way you're catching this Slash. Super speedy. And just continue to push in the side lanes. Now GH can do his own flip push too with the Starstorm. See him just clearing out those waves instantly. Definitely feeling concerned for TNC. This anti-mage.
Timing is falling down and sort of out of their control for TNC.
They're going to have to do a big miraculous push here with the Aegis and the Cheese and just make sure that AM can't actually fight directly into all 5 heroes, but they have to make sure that they can keep their side lanes pushed in. They're unable to reduce. Oh, the arrow.
Good little snipe of GH in the trees for Tims. Tims will look to close the gap, but GH is able to get out with the blink down. No instance of damage upon him in time to stop him from making that getaway.
Yeah, Tim's got a little spooked when he saw the AM illusion, thinking it could be real.
27 minutes in, 8 to 10. Definitely sort of the kills that, as that anti-mage, you're looking at the top and being very happy with the state of the game.
You look at anti-mage, 330 last, it's 1-0 and 2.
Yep.
He is getting uncontested farm. He's just blinking around the map freely, and they're not able to get the ward coverage to actually watch him. We've been seeing TNC, they've been getting de-warded quite a lot from Kuroki. He actually got 2 of the recent observer wards, and he's just been moving around the map all over the place, getting them. Just keeping it Miracle safe to farm up the map and then just keep split pushing the side. So they have great reads on the map from how TNC wants to play. TNC, it's pretty telltale how they want to be moving. Grouping up, going for the push all the time. So just keep split pushing. But that Roche, like we said, the next thing big on the menu for TNC. And still contesting fights, 5v5 fights from Liquid is still going to be quite difficult. When Exorcism is already popped and they have the front line as the BKBs are there to protect versus the mana burn. for Armel, as well as, I believe, Gabby also bought a BKB. So I think maybe this is double BKB timing, get Aegis cheese, end the game for TNC. I think they really want to force the issue here and try to end it before Miracle's able to do any more of these shenanigans.
Let's talk about this a bit. Well, Tim's, he's just picked up a Blink Dagger on the Mirana, so he is just going all in on getting the Blink Yule set up.
Catch, yeah. He needs to try to be the one to catch. That is what it seems. They have to try to catch the split push somehow, and Tim seems to be thinking this is the best solution before he can get something like a Hex, which is he just queues up immediately right afterwards. So they need other ways to catch this anti-mage's mind control. Will get easily brought down here.
And back to being able to grab some of those objectives. Roshan, cheese on Armel, Aegis on Gabby, and a dead Underlord. Top lane Miracle.
That actually hits the real one.
I've got the setup with that stun. TP's coming in, but Miracle's already out into the trees and will make the retreat. TNC, it's all about these next few minutes of gameplay. They've got to do something with this Aegis and cheese. Top lane, Weehaw is trying to fight for this. He is on his own. He does want to look for this sort of solo pickup potential, but backups in town for Tim. Zay is around, and Weehaw now has to just get out of there.
He's just way too speedy. Even with that Blink Dagger, they can't catch up to him. And also, he has BKB the whole time. BKB and TP out would be probably just easy enough for him to get away.
Can they get this push together?
Both really not lanes. Letting them every time.
Yeah, they're just constantly the side lanes are always pushed onto TNC's half of the map. So they can do this. They can go all in on the middle, but if it's not a massively successful siege attempt, if they don't get sort of the racks, the mid lanes are going to start knocking at their own tier 3s.
They have a creep wave in the mid lane. This is what we were saying. This might just be the GG push that they're trying to do here. Exorcism, Pop, Aghanim's, the cheese, the Aegis. They have to get something taken down here for them.
Let's see what they can get. One of the plays we did see Tim's was able to cancel the TP of Weehaw, so Weehaw can't get back.
Weehaw cannot get back. 20 seconds.
20 seconds. 20 seconds on the bots.
They're full split pushing.
And they're fighting for the backdoor protection. They're nearly actually getting that tier 3 tower. They won't quite. The rest of Liquid will be able to push them back.
They're getting two towers here.
Yeah, this is the problem.
Oh my god.
This is the problem, TNC. They weren't able to really get this push together early on, and now it's very vulnerable to these sort of rat plays occurring. Weehaw, he's out with the BKB TP. Game now in a bit of a worrying state for TNC as the question has, it has to be asked, have TNC missed their timing?
It could feel like that at this point. They still have lots of damage that they can deal and go down, but Miracle, how the hell are they going to kill this anti-mage? Now a full BKB finished. Uh-oh, TNC.
It says it's 50-50 on the win probability. I mean, I guess, Gaben still really sees that chance of TNC being able to run down mid and just, I guess, taking that tier 3, maybe even just going straight tier 4s and Ancients was able to react or take the side lanes, but you look at this anti-mage and you say, well, Miracle, he can go for the rat plays, but he can also turn up to the fights.
Yeah, he can start turning up to the fights for sure. It really does. It does feel like Liquid have the better control in the game so far here now. Even though TNC, they have Aegis and cheese, they have to make something big happen. They're gonna smoke. They're gonna try to keep forcing this issue. Right now, they're gonna be parking Gabby actually bottom, so they can have two lanes at least pushing in, so they don't have to worry about some split push where they lose their mid lane creep wave. They'll at least have a bottom wave too. But immediately, Liquid, they're not gonna allow that. They're gonna start trying to fight.
Straight in on mid onto Tim's. The Tim's is gone. We'll look towards Armel's. Soul Catcher brings him low. Put the BKB. The Miracle's on top of him. He'll pop the cheese. He's back up to full. He's trying to keep himself alive with the Spirit Siphons. Miracle's just staying on top of the target. Is there any save for Armel? He's going to try and turn with the silent self-fuel, so he'll get himself up in the air. Healing up the stun tap from Weehaw. BKB's out. False Promise will keep Armel alive for a little bit, but the Mana Void's going to do serious amounts of damage. Miracle staying on them. Ravage comes out for Cuckoo. TNC looking for the turnaround, but they've lost Armel. They'll get Weehaw. Can they get Miracle? He's too tanky and will be easily able to blink back out of the fight. Gabby, he's out of mana, but he's still punching into Kuro. Mind control, he says, boys, it's time to go home. Kuro's not coming home tonight, though. Will be mind control on his own, rifting away. Miracle straight back into the mid, keeping that pressure on. So the fact that Liquid have lost 2, in fact, he's nearly turning and bringing down Tim's and Gabby with him, will finally fall. So they get the 3 kills, TNC. But as you see, they get the kills. The Tims had to buy back. The gold lead, it's still growing for Liquid. And again, look at those creep waves. Despite the fact that TNC have killed 3, without their Death Prophet alive, it's very unlikely they're going to be able to do anything with this time.
Yeah, as soon as they're chasing GH, and Miracle's already blinking away, going for the creep waves. He knows the priority in this game. Just don't ever let them hit your base. And they're not really letting TNC get to that. And we saw the Ayascati coming into play there. We see why Miracle picked it up versus these BKBs that TNC were getting. He can just keep the chase on.
Oh, you can, and we saw... He was just blinking into the high ground next to a tie, gets ravaged. At this point, it doesn't really matter. The AM, he's out of control.
Yeah, he is absolutely out of control, and they do not have that straight physical damage to do. Sure, like Bristleback can deal that hard physical damage, but he's not something like some super physical hero that just like really will just stick on him and kill him, like you see like the Lifesteers, the Basher, or Slark or something like that. Someone who can really just bring it to him. Yeah, Liquid now with a very good control of this game, and they're just keeping the lanes always pushed in.
So hard for TNC to make a play. Their lineup. Really was all drafted around those early pushes. They did a good job of taking over control of the map early on, but they couldn't quite shut down the anti-mage's farm, and now they have some huge problems to deal with.
Miracle he's just like, I'm just gonna keep farming. That's all he really needs to do in this game. Keep farming. 2-0-3, almost 500 last hits at this 34-minute mark. And all they want is this game to go late for Liquid.
Every minute on that clock becomes more and more painful for TNC.
We start seeing that tick start happening, of course, in the Dota Plus. It's